So it's literally 3:30 in the morning, and you know I had few experiences. I just wanted to hit the record button with and express. So I had gone for the Argentina England screening, and right when the match ended, I had left. And on my way, okay, there were countless other people, like somewhere in Argentina jersey, somewhere just not. And you know, on seeing me, okay, they all started cheering. Okay, as in on the road, and that kind of felt good, not because of the fact that Argentina won or anything, but then to just simply think about a net positive energy being spread around. Like how much ever we say entropy is the natural order of the universe, when you first hand experience these kind of experiences, it kind of gives you a different perspective. Okay, and that also feels good too. Also, that also got me thinking about the fact the others on the road would have also been driving, and I started right after the match ended, like literally right after. Okay, and somehow even though they were driving or doing, okay, they still got the info that Argentina won. Like in this age of technology or whatever, data or knowledge or facts are just spreading so widespread that within moments you realize people get to know. And that kind of stuck me, because I felt that was some part where maybe I should further develop myself. Like maybe I get there could be a lot of there are very sport junkies out there, people who are really into these sports, and I am not a very die-hard fan. But the fact, even the other people, okay, who did not seem so into the sports, also knew about it, about the latest facts. And yeah, that was something I was thinking I should expand my horizon onto. Okay? Because even in our friend group, we have a friend who we kind of always bully, because he is not into any sport or any activity or anything, but somehow or the other he makes sure he has at least a basic knowledge, so that he knows just enough to answer and not feel left out. Okay, even though that comes from a very FOMO kind of place or wannabe, but that is something when you think about in life, that's actually a very valuable and important skill to have. So knowing just enough to have conversations, or just enough to get an idea of something on a broad horizon of topics and things, is actually beneficial, okay? Whether be a generalist or a specialist, it gives you something. And I feel more the more creative or more different ways your brain can come up with or think. And definitely I have no idea how to come up and remember all these footballer names and clubs and leagues. Definitely I should probably come up with a framework for that. But yeah, this is what random 2 o'clock ride made me ponder about.